Well, did you see the news where that boy got hit in the head with that hammer? Killed him?
No.
They called it a hammer. I think it was a shot to it actually. They says a round ball weighed 16 pounds.
That track meet, no doubt.
Yeah. But he had that a lot of time.
I think it's gonna be blunt force trauma to the head.
I'd say it might be. Sound like Massac County, doesn't it?
Yep.
Any of the bills that need attention
I
to?
think there was 3 on there, wasn't there, Gerald?
Yeah.
Andy's highlighted.
They said that she'd had calls on them.
What ones are they?
The biggest one, what was it, fuel or food?
Fuel, yeah.
What man of regionals
Communication,
getting on it first?
a rail, what's that? And the elite K9.
At least circuits, that's what we run our leads, criminal histories on.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Partland Regional, I assume that's a medical bill, isn't it?
Yeah, that was, I think originally started at $40,000 and they got it down to that. That was on Stevens, the murder.
This morning we met with Chris Tanner at the courthouse, or the annex. There's some changes that Judge Jackson wanted done, so I guess you need to get involved in that too.
Is this last week's or the new revised?
I don't know. It's a fluid situation. I think it changes.
Is it the
So,
doors or the wall?
both and the bench and
Yeah,
the
the
jury's
bench
box.
and jury box and
So,
new wall.
Yeah. I didn't know about the wall till yesterday, but Patrick was telling me.
but he wasn't there today, Judge Jackson.
No, he won't be back till Wednesday.
Okay, so I guess Gerald and I, when we met with Chris,
No, Johnny.
Johnny, is that it?
Yeah.
I thought it was Chris. Yeah,
No,
Johnny.
Chris's brother, I guess.
Okay. Told me just try to get something in writing from Judge Jackson, what he wants done, so that way we can make sure we,
And he's gonna give us estimate on it.
so. Just wanna make sure he was involved in it.
Yeah, or Patrick took me downstairs yesterday, showed me about the wall that they think they want now.
That's pretty much it with Gerald, wasn't it?
I believe you.
The box shouldn't be hard to move, it's just bolted to the floor. They just have to take the bolts loose, pull it up, and scoot it forward.
Mhm.
We can rob some carpet from like a closet or something to attach at if we need to. But he wants to lower the bench, you know, where you can see the person testifying, I guess, better.
Try to meet with the judge one day this week, or
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, what do you think, Gerald? Jeff, get something in writing, don't you all think?
Yeah.
next
Well-
week we have a jury trial, so we'll probably be busy all week next week.
Yeah, that's what Patrick said.
I think he's changed, or somebody's changed their mind several times, so we thought we might get writing. That would help us a little bit.
Is jury in next week?
I can't remember whose trial is, but it should go at least 4 days next week, starting Monday.
Gonna be a dandy, huh?
Jason had a good idea, Ted, about moving those jurors over to the right of the bench. there's room there, and then it wouldn't be in the way of the people watching, or they could hear better.
The only thing about that is if you're sitting in the jury box, be the jurors on the left-hand side, they won't be able to see Patrick because that post is in the way.
Yeah, that's what he said.
And I don't know if there's any way to move those posts out, change them around.
He had mentioned maybe they could, because right now the desks are facing each other, right?
Yeah.
If they turned them, brought them back just a little bit, so then they would have an angle to see Patrick, but, you know, those posts are just kind of inconvenience, the way they're in there.
Well, why did we put them there to begin with if it was a problem? I
Well,
guess
they've
that's
been
my
there,
question.
I guess ever since, I don't know.
You mean the post or?
I'm not talking about the post, I'm talking about the jurors.
Oh.
I mean, for God's sake.
We were doing what we were instructed.
I know.
Yeah.
I'll shut up.
Anything else going
I need to get back to job.
on? Okay.
What's in Joppa?
We were arrested one down there this morning.
Got a little situation going
Oh,
on?
yeah, it's a little restless this morning.
Be safe, bud.
Yeah, Crystal Davenport, invited me to the meeting, so,
Yeah.
we'll see how it goes. Here's two letters, Daryl. These are the road signs that we've put up in the last couple of months. I think I've left one here maybe, but I made some mistakes on it. But this is revised, that one, because, I had the right roads down there, but I just had some typos on it.
Oh,
But this is for this month. We did this last month and this month.
okay.
Somewhere the other day there was a sign missing. Oh, it's in the subdivision right over by us. You turn there by Dr. Staten's house and go down, and that road that kind of curves back to the left. There's a post there, but the sign's like where the screw went in, it's there, but the rest of it's gone.
The green part is gone?
Yeah.
The sign is?
The sign is gone. Yeah, I don't know what that road's even called. Kind of pull in there, and then it kind of turns back to the left.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what that one is called either.
Yeah, I don't know.
I know the main one is Avalon.
Yeah.
Avalon, I think.
Yeah.
And then there's one called Emily back there that I think,
Jones.
I can't remember the plumber guy.
Nutty.
No, he lives on, I think it's called Emily Lane or something like that.
Morning, sir.
Good one.
Patrick coming? He's supposed to come with his closed session, I thought.
He is. I don't know.
And
I can
we'll have
text
it
him
down for
after.
9:30, so he might be on his way.
We're getting some parts or something.
We did parts for our brush cutter. There. Our machine of destruction.
Yeah, that sucker did, won't it?
I take more butt shoes over that machine than anything.
I'm gonna tell you right now, you park that thing down there on Dry Ridge Road like on a Friday evening, you won't get your butt.
Wear it out.
And I'll even fill it back full of fuel.
You talk about that John Deere? Cause it throws so much stuff or what? They just don't want cut.
I've just come to the conclusion that people just don't like us doing work in the county. Period. Some 72-year-old lady just chewed my ass out here before I got here this morning because we're ditching in front of her house. She doesn't want it ditched. cause she can't mow it then. You know, and then I asked Matt, he goes, well, it's standing water everywhere. I mean, I'm just get out there and try to make it drain. I'm just like, well, I can't help it. I don't know. I just come to the conclusion people just do not like us doing work in the county.
I don't
They
know,
just don't.
they're just not happy.
I guess they feel like you're infringing on them if you're, you know, like in front of the house or something, even though it's off their property.
I guess.
Be messing with me.
Thank you, Keith.
Hey, Keith, next time you want to buy breakfast, you need to buy it for all three of us, right?
Whoa, 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 that's a violation if he does that.
Oh, no. Hurt my feelings.
Hurt our feelings right here.
Yeah.
I returned the favor, so they gotta buy yours.
Yeah.
Good
Right.
point. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Finally talked to that man. I wish I could remember his name. Dave Lewis, about that, those trees along Holt Camp.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
On the east side of the county, right?
Midway there.
Yeah, midway.
Midway, yeah. But he didn't want us to take them all down. We're just trying.
Then you talking about on
Does he
Buck
own-
Foss's farm?
Yeah. What, does he own any of that anymore?
Dave Lewis. It's,
They got divorced, didn't
Yeah, apparently he owns her farm. Haven't found out. I mean, can't see it from my house.
they? He didn't want any of them down, all of them.
He didn't want any of them down. We're just trimming them back so that people can get through there without hitting stuff.
Huh.
I mean, you know that, have you been there lately? I mean, them cedars just about
It's a little
close-
snug.
Close
Yeah.
the road in.
I ain't been out there in a while, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I asked
Is this
y'all
for
about
Juanita?
that.
Then, do you
No, it's just
fill out a claim for that, or
information.
what did you do before?
Oh, yeah,
Or
yeah.
most of the time you fill out one of these, don't you?
I don't.
You don't?
I can.
I don't know. Do you, for the road signs, when we reimburse from one to
Oh,
another?
yeah, we used to
I
have,
think we did.
yeah, we used
before.
to have a claim because they had to sign it.
There's some of Joe's stuff.
Go over and get Chrissy's fill one out for you.
Okay.
Well, Joe decides to make somebody mad. Who's right?
Who's right
Yeah,
about?
about those trees hanging out in the road and you wanna cut them and,
Well, I mean, from my understanding, you know, when there is a road right of way there, we are obligated to maintain it and keep it up.
Mhm.
And that means all of the above. I mean, that means maintain road surface, that means maintain ditch drainage, that means maintaining culverts and pipes, that means maintaining, keeping it clear for travel. And that includes brush cutting, and that includes tree cutting.
even if it's on their property, the route.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, cause it's basically a plane that goes straight up in the air. I mean, if the
Okay.
trunk is 10 feet over on their property and there's a limb that hangs over
The limb is yours.
we are bound to maintain it. I mean, we could leave it alone if it doesn't fall or doesn't
Mhm.
cause any obstructions, we could leave it alone, but, you know, when it does fall, we
You gotta do
have to
that.
get it off of our road,
Yeah.
you know?
Well, I'll tell you something else. Aren't we supposed to have 13.6 of clearance or be signed? Am I wrong?
How-
Well, I mean, I don't know, that's a minimum bridge clearance, I don't know if that includes tree limbs and brush.
I don't
and all
know if
that
that's
or
that's
not.
clearance or is that bridge clearance? I mean,
That's the minimum, from what I
Yeah.
understand, that's the minimum bridge clearance, or.
but I don't,
Because there's,
I guess what I'm
I
asking
think
is,
that's
what,
the maximum legal load as far as
Yeah.
height.
what is the verbiage? You know, is it say 13.6? Because that puts a lot of liability on a county and
I think
township road districts.
I think there'd be a lot of act of God type things involved there when you have live things growing. And I mean, I'd say you couldn't construct anything like a hard item.
Yeah, but I'll tell you a story I did in Polk County, roughly 20 years ago. Our equipment was hitting limbs, getting tore up. All the neighbors were getting tore up by limbs. The local fertilizer company, Boone's, was getting tore up because of limbs on a road that we all travel all the time. My hired help and I took a front end loader and a chainsaw, and we just cleaned them up. The road commissioner pulled up, started chewing our butts. First he started on my help, which was running a tractor. I said, look up here. This is the man in charge. I said, I'm gonna tell you right now, if the road district man would do his job, I wouldn't have to be doing it. And he shut up right fast.
Was it Aubrey?
Yeah.
Well, why was he mad? I mean, you was helping him.
Hell, I was doing a job.
He was wanting to take care of the property owners, everything.
He didn't. Them limbs were that big around, they didn't grow out there that night before.
I mean, from my interpretation of everything, I mean, that's what we're here for.
Yep.
I mean, we're here to maintain the rights of way to the best of our ability, to keep things clear and to keep things functioning how it ought to function. And if that means that there's water standing on the side of the road that's hindering something,
We'll be trying to drain it.
we should do the best we can to get it drained.
That's right.
If there's trees that are hanging over the road hitting vehicles, that means we ought to do the best we can to try to get them out of there.
You're not gonna stay above it all, or above it all.
Yeah, I'm sorry to say though, but it may, there's
Some
probably
people don't like it.
10% of the community that when we do that work makes them happy. The other 90%
Or unhappy
they
about
just get ill. They're just mad. They just don't like us being there. I mean,
Maybe it's just you. Go, maybe it's just people.
no. I know this is the old thing here. It's not me. I know it's not me, but I bear the brunt of it. But, so basically, when people make me that mad, I mean, they don't make me mad. When they get mad at me and chew me out, I just I don't know what to say or what to do. I'm sorry, that's what our job is. I mean, sorry you don't like it, but. So he was running just a little bit late, is what he said.
You wanna get Dana back out there?
Sit back here and we'll wait for him. I mean, you're down on the other side of my computer.
I made enough copies.
Did you get things straightened out
I
then?
did, get the phones up, computers up. Whenever the power goes out, it's horrible in our office.
I thought the chairman come down here and put diesel on that generator and start her up for you yesterday.
I bet the chairman
Where's
was
the
snoozing.
generator at?
Is it gone?
Well, it's gone.
Oh, is that?
Isn't it?
Yeah, it looks like a little GMC generator out there. Maybe
Yeah.
Chevrolet.
I thought there was,
I can't remember what happened to it.
I'd say it's parked out of the chairman's house, probably. No, not that one. You just
No, I
got the
got city
city.
stuff, yeah. I wish it was gone.
Anyway, I don't have anything other than that balance that we had to really work on.
Oh, just kidding.
Wherever you wanna go. Thank you.
That's one more I need to have.
From this road fund.
I think somebody used the bathroom, the stall that's marked out of order, and now it's messed up both of them.
It's what? Messed up what?
Both of the bathroom stalls.
The ladies are right here or something?
So I guess we'll be going upstairs the rest of the day.
Is Marcia in there or anything?
I just texted Marcia and told her what's going on.
you got?
That's all I got.
That's all you got.
That's all I've got. That took everything.
I don't know what to do here.
I'm gonna have to take the rest of the day off, like Lloyd said. All that digging.
Are we gonna be able to pay a few bills then? No?
That's her answer.
Okay.
Yes, Juanita.
You get that?
About $1,500.
Okay. Well, the reason why I asked, because the sheriff had 3, he was wanting paid, but I don't know how much they total
Okay,
up.
well, we
So
can
we'll
work that
get
out
that off.
when we get done.
Okay,
Put that in your notes.
yeah. Yeah.
Her
No.
response?
It was pretty much a no. Like, are you kidding me?
Tell us a good story.
Well, the contractor is gonna
You
be
just signed it?
mobilizing.
No,
and we're
you
gonna
all did.
start
Oh, down, okay.
Yeah.
Doing milling and paving and
Oh,
stuff.
then
next
Joe
year.
probably needs to sign it.
I seen some marks out there, didn't I? Paint on the road?
I marked it all
Oh,
out.
you did. All right.
When they gonna start on it?
Next Tuesday.
Really?
Grab it,
Joe,
big
you
boy.
wanna sign that? Thank you.
Is that the country club project?
Yes.
So be advised, citizens.
How long will it take, Joe? 30 days or more?
I'll have that done in about
No,
4 or 5 days.
I'm thinking, just to be safe, I'm gonna say 3 weeks. 3 working weeks. But, it might be done, they might be able to beat that.
It's a shame they couldn't start about a month
I'll
later
just
after
put it
school
with
was
the
out.
bills. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Where would they start at? Don't know for sure, but I'd say they would start down there at Highway 45 and work their way east. And then they'd probably turn around and go back.
Will they put a ground coating in the top or on one?
It's gonna be done in two coats because the first coat's for level binder to get it all nice and smooth. So there's actually a lot of wheel ruts and everything out there if you really drive slow and
Mhm.
pay attention.
Wavy, a little bit wavy.
Yeah, so, and doing it just for, to get it smoother and better finished product, doing it in two lifts.
So let me guess, they're gonna take the grindings with them.
No, we're not gonna mill the whole road.
Oh,
We're only
just
milling
spot.
3 small areas where there's 3 decks.
I got
One
you.
there, right there just west of North Avenue, and then Massac Creek Bridge, and then underneath the interstate. And we're actually keeping the millings.
Good deal.
But
You
it's
gonna
not-
truck it for them? I mean, it'd just be a few truckloads. They gonna bring
They're
it to
gonna
you?
bring it over back to our yard, and it won't be very much.
Then afterwards, where do y'all have to go put some dirt or gravel on the sides? Like,
Yeah, well, it'll be, CA6 gravel
yeah,
to do the shoulders.
yeah, it's not a big drop off.
Now, let's get that underneath that bridge pretty low, 'cause that scares me. I'm sitting in the cab and I feel like my head's gonna hit that bridge.
I don't really know the state's done drilling out there, they've done a lot of surveying out there, and I've heard just that they're just trying to plan on doing something to get that clearance greater. The last I heard, they wanted to reconstruct their bridge on the interstate.
Looks like it'd
And
be
raise it
easier to
up.
get lower than to get higher.
You would think.
Well, yeah, there'd be drainage there.
Well, yeah, there's fall to the east, easy, good fall.
Yeah.
I don't think they've got a definite plan yet, but
Well, maybe they're gonna do that when they put the exit and entrance ramps on.
I don't think that ever happened.
I don't think that'll happen there either.
It'd be nice if it did, but it won't.
I'd say it's just one of them things that something might get done in our lifetime, maybe, but may not.
That's a bunch of Debbie Downers.
Yeah.
nice.
Hey, what I signed there? Can I see that?
Assistant.
Yeah. Should that have a, an amount on there maybe? Or
Should
we
have.
got it going.
I'm late.
You're all crazy. Read it right there.
Oh, you read it from the floor, it feels like.
You're still taller than most people.
I don't know about that.
His knees are almost to his
Yeah.
chest.
Like I'm in a compact car.
Got nothing too serious, is it, Patrick?
No, just letting us know what our,
Contract
yeah,
number is.
exactly.
What do we need to do? Somebody make a motion to go into closed session?
Yes, did discuss first.
I'm gonna make a motion that we approve up to 4 weeks, for a highway department employee to have family medical leave. And, that's per our union contract. Hopefully he'll get his, medical issue taken care of, and if not, we can revisit it at the end of those 4 weeks.
I'll second that. If you'd also say that it's under the union contract and the Family Medical Leave Act.
Yeah. Per the Family Medical Leave Act and union contract.
I'll second that.
We need to vote on that or not?
Do I need to take row?
What?
Do I need to take row? Gerald Childers, Jason Farmer,
Yes.
Jeff Wheeler.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Thank you all. Sorry I was late. Appreciate you.
Have a good day.
You too. Enjoy this nice weather.
It was a pretty good day.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't the time I was supposed to be, but I did come.
Well, Gerald, it's some other things that's happened over the years that we would like to find out. If it's somebody in the county highway department that's got a vendetta against my family. They've sprayed bushes inside the fence row, trying to kill them. We've got witnesses where this individual sat there for 15 to 20 minutes spraying this bush. Reasons unknown. We've had mailboxes clipped by snowplows. Okay, on the backside of the farm, they've come through there last fall, trimmed all the trees back, made it look nice and neat. Last week, they come down in front of his house with the bush hog on the side of the tractor and mangled these trees. Now, why couldn't they have come through there last fall and do a nice, neat job?
Gerald, I guess, probably seen that. I don't know, Jason.
Yeah, I saw it.
Now, this is just a few things that's happened over several years. It's time till we get to the bottom of it and find out what's going on.
Yeah, I never had heard that, just about the debris there in the yard.
That's some of the size.
That's the size of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right.
And some of that debris is probably 50 feet from my garage. And that's something I'm just gonna have to take care of myself, and then
You mean the debris out there?
the debris.
How much do you think is there?
As much as there, you're looking probably a couple hours of work, because it's gonna have to be raked up with a leaf rake. And then the question I have is when they used this machine, what kept that debris from hitting the side of his house? This is clearly right in front of his house.
Mhm. We had a similar situation, I believe, last year, but I don't know what we did about it. Do you? There, Midway, you know what I'm talking about?
Is that your house I'm seeing on the right-hand side of the picture?
That's the
Okay.
one. As I come through there just shortly after he went through there, and you could clearly see that he had that machine setting this way as he's trimming them trees,
Yeah.
and that debris is gonna just
No, I saw
fly.
some on your side with the trim, you know, the sides on the other side.
And then the particular time that they took out our mailboxes, they stopped at the bottom of the hill with the snow plow and turned around and went the opposite direction. I had to get with Gerald, bring it to his attention that the road continues going. Now, why is
Is
it
it a
that?
dead end road?
No, it's, the road keeps going to the north. And they stopped at the bottom of my hill and hit the bank, took out my mailbox and everything to turn around and go back toward Joppa.
They fix it for you.
No. Again, like I said, I had to get with Gerald to have them finish plowing the roads.
But they never fixed the mailbox.
It's been there for a while.
We ended up having to do it ourselves.
Get it up here.
They'll do that. I guess I didn't tell you, maybe, that they'll replace the boxes.
Particular year in question, I was working for the state as a snowbird plowing snow, and I'm working the night shift trying to get home and snow 8 to 10 inches deep.
Well, in the future, how do you recommend them take care of that then?
That's why we're here. We
What's your
want,
thoughts on it?
well, I want to find out who's doing this, and I want them punished for it. I mean, it's not just one individual that's working for the county highway department. Okay, it's somebody, we believe it's somebody in the highway department that don't like us and is ordering other workers to do this kind of stuff. I mean,
We
it's,
all run
it's,
that
I
track.
don't know, I don't know anything about that, but in the future though, what would be the, in your opinion, the right way to take care of that?
well, there's a time where I've got with Sheriff Ted Holder,
Yeah.
and the first thing he said was report it to my insurance and let them adjust.
No, I'm talking, in the future, how do you want us to trim that stuff?
Okay, the trees, like I said, last fall, they went to the backside of our farm on the Jonesboro Blacktop. They had bucket trucks out there with chainsaws. They trimmed the trees back and made it look neat. They cleaned up their mess afterwards.
Yeah.
Why couldn't they have done that the same thing to his farm,
Sure.
his house?
Like I said last Tuesday,
Yes.
you know, letter in the mail. If there was a problem with the tree limbs, letter in the mail, knock on the door, phone call. Hey, you know, we need to do something with this.
Okay.
But I'm in bed asleep, I hear this machine out there, I get up and look out the door, and this stuff flying out across the yard.
So, you know, where's the fairness at? You know, where's the courtesy at? You know, that's what makes me feel like we're being singled out for some reason.
Well, I don't know if this makes you feel any better or not, but other people, some other people are unhappy about the brush trimmer as well. So, I don't know if that would be some of your mind as far as being singled out, but I'll just say that.
So is it a wide thing for the county, or is it just certain individuals?
To my knowledge, only certain individuals have mentioned it to me.
So we're, again, they're
I
probably
mean,
being.
there's been a handful.
But I felt like they use that equipment
Yeah, they use that
pretty,
equipment
everywhere.
quite a bit.
Yeah.
They do.
So then, to me, chain of command, the next person to have to talk to on that would be supervisor.
Yeah,
Would be.
you're right. Yeah. Joe, Matt Seven.
Well, he's the engineer, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was thinking of
Oh,
the
foreman.
supervisor below him,
Oh, okay.
Strutmore.
Yeah.
the one that took,
Yeah, that's right.
what was it, Eckenberg? He
He's
retired.
Yes, sir.
So who took Eckenberg's position?
Matt Strutmore.
You know him? Okay.
Yeah, that's a sad, sore subject there.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I tried,
I didn't.
I wasted 10 years trying to get a job down there at Lafarge, working there as a contract laborer. They'd put a position opening, I'd apply for it, always got passed over. Matt Stratmeyer was one of them that beat me out of the job, or I felt like I was beat out of the job.
And then quit.
He works about 6 months and then goes to work for the county.
I didn't know that. Did you get the position there at the plant there finally? No.
Now, we've been turned down positions. I've even applied for the county highway department.
Oh, okay.
I applied last year. And then somehow hired somebody that was part of the mowing crew.
That's the norm, yeah.
Yeah.
To give you an idea, I had to go to Calvert City, Kentucky to get a job that makes a decent wage. So I'm driving 100 miles a day to work. Might as well say 100 miles. It's 47 miles from the house to Calvert and then 47 back. And then there we've got County Highway Department, EEI, Lafarge, Trunkline Gas. Nothing.
Which-
You applied for a job at the county several times.
One time, I'm trying to think of his name that used to be there as the
Glasgow.
Glasgow. I went in to ask for an application and was denied an application because of who I was.
You had CDL.
CDLs, since then, I've applied last year. I've had state position, like I said, with snowplows, so I've got experience running trucks, snowplows, various types of equipment. And again, there, I feel like I'm being pushed away because I'm a registered Democrat. And I haven't checked into it yet, but I almost certain that 99%, if not 100% of the county highway department is all Republican. Now, I haven't checked into that. And to me, that's an unfair hiring practice. And there are federal laws that say you can't be hired for political preference.
He just left a minute ago. Did you say leave? I'll call him. Tell me what you said. And we'll go from there.
Anything else you'd like for us to do? Anything else you want us to do?
Will there be some way we can find out the history of who was doing the work? Or I guess we could ask him that way, but I don't
I
know.
don't know how many runs that tractor. I guess any operator. But he'll know who did it, I'm sure. What was it, a couple of weeks ago or less?
Well, as far as
About a week and a half ago.
Trimming that out there?
it was last week.
That was a week ago yesterday.
Monday.
Okay.
Monday.
Yeah, we can find out.
And so
I'm sure.
Sundays and Mondays are my days off, so I was trying to sleep in a little bit and I get woke up by that.
Okay.
That's another thing. I work nights, so
You worked coal tunnel over there?
I drive a fuel tanker for the Love's Truck Stop.
Okay.
So some days I'll get home at 3 a.m., some days it's 8 a.m. when I get home.
Whenever your run's done, huh?
Yep.
That's based out of Calvert.
And there's two drivers in one truck, so we have to leave it for
Sure. See what you're saying. Well, I guess thank you for coming in.
I don't
You
know.
follow up with Gerald, he's gonna talk.
Yeah, I'll tell him that. I'll get with you.
Okay. Appreciate your time.
All right, man. Be careful. Those fines, we want to talk about that next week maybe.
Yeah, but I know you've looked into it, but yeah.
Well, I have to get with Windhorse and see.
Okay.
See, that $120 just minimum.
Mhm.
Some of them on the court supervision, I think about $250.
Sure.
I need to get this hospital board. I was trying to mark last night, see Carol King's off, Jim Walters is off, and there's several of them and stuff.
Mhm.
Did we ever replace anybody on there? Just
Yeah.
Patel?
Yeah,
But we didn't hire anybody else, did we?
currently, Cheryl Vanderford is on there, she's through May of 18. Dr. Patel, I think we renewed him. Maxine Russell's through there May of 18. Joel Lewis is on there as well. Carolyn Wills.
Joe Elliott.
Paul Henry and Joe Elliott. There's currently 7 members, and there needs to be 9, so I've been trying to talk to people to see if they're interested in being on the hospital board.
Mm.
Maybe Michelle can put something in the paper, and if somebody's interested, maybe serving on the board, contact the commissioner.
That's a good board out there.
Yeah. But a full board is 9 members. We currently have 7.
What about Big Klein?
His wife is on there, Carolyn Wills.
No, Klein Smith.
Oh, okay.
He's a good man, smart.
Yeah. But we just need to get some people on there that, want to serve and help the hospital and the community out.
I'm gonna call him.
Okay. All right.
It's, we just have a pattern we've got to go by. The roof and tuck pointing, I think the mold, they tell me, will take care of itself if you get rid of the water. Would you agree with that?
We have an account to take care of the mold and money to do that. It's just the roof, tuck pointing, and the windows is what we need to address quickly. And, I didn't know if, like I said a few weeks ago, we talked about other options. Didn't know if we wanted to list that building down there to see if we can use some of that revenue from that.
I meant to ask Windhorse about that while we were down there for the annex, and I forgot it, about how to go about that. Well, Jason, the windows is like the second largest expense he's gonna have. Air being first.
Yeah. This revised one, windows is 300,000.
Oh, it was fine.
Window replacement. Tuck point 75,000. So we're talking 375,000 maybe for tuck point and replacing the windows. And the revised,
Right.
and of course there's some additional fees for engineering fees and stuff like that. But we feel like for 2 million, well, I'm sorry, roughly 2.2 to 2.5 million, that's the total project, for engineering fees and everything. We can get the roof replaced, the windows, tuck points, mechanical, the plumbing, electrical, and the minor finishes to the building. Mechanical will be heat and air, plumbing, in electrical, you know. Roughly around 2 million to 2.5 probably, to do it all. But those key things. We just have to move forward with some options. Another option would be just take the money that we receive from our property taxes, roughly 300,000 or something, and borrow some money and use that as the payment each year. And then we would just have to have cutbacks with our budget. But, you know, we're gonna have to get together, and unless you and Jeff's got some other ideas, but we're gonna have to make some decisions. So,
Well, we'll try to do that next week. About that thing too.
okay.
You got air up there now?
I don't know. I know they came, I guess, and said what the issues were.
Did they fix it? On, up there in the crawl space?
On that bill, it said it was fixed. It said there was a faulty high level on an alarm, and they checked everything out. It seemed to be functioning. Is that the one that's hanging from the ceiling?
Okay, yep.
That's what the
Okay,
bill
yeah, it
said.
was.
Caroline's son went up there.
Mhm.
Now, if we have more issues with it, we need to contact them.
Right.
Well, you know, I called them, they came back, supposedly looked at one out front.
I think I think it was a sensor issue, and they said we could run it, and then, it was past warranty, I think, and then they were just
Well,
missing some
she
other
said-
options.
she
Part
told
of
me
it was,
that-
part of it wasn't.
The parts were on us, but they, no, they were gonna take care of the, we had to pay labor, the parts were free.
Okay.
That's what it was, had to pay labor. That what, $75, wasn't
It was really reasonable.
it? Yeah.
Okay. What's the difference? In the last week, don't know if you caught it or not, in Franklin County, we just relocated the main office. And Juanita, it's now at 901 Public Square. We were in the old hotel, the annex building, where we'd been since August of '68, in a building that shared many of the issues that you guys have had. What the county had ended up doing, they had a bond about to expire, and they either extended that or refinanced, and basically, kind of like when you go from one car to the next, the payment
Stays the same, but you just update, yeah.
yeah. So that's what they did. They renovated 2/3 of the building, I guess, which is what they have the money for. So the rest is unfinished, but at least got us out of where we were. We were about half as much space we had before, but handicap accessible and all those things. So we were on the second floor of a building with no elevator, and besides the other issues. So we've been moving. And then also wanted to mention one other thing. Regional superintendents, one of the other positions that are allowed is an assistant regional superintendent appointed by the regional superintendent. That's the other position that's paid by the state, or in the case 5-6 years ago, wasn't paid by the state for 5 months either. I had a full-time assistant when I began, which is what you want to do. And about, I guess 3 years ago, 2.5, 3 years ago now, he moved on to another job in education. So at that point, with the uncertainty we had and the recent funding issues and other things, what I had ended up doing was naming people to up to 100-day appointments, which retirees can do. And so Tim Blyer and Paul O'Donnell and Elaine Little did that. We did that for a year to get by to the end of that term, but then with the transition to a 4-county region, knowing how much work we had, knowing it, even with that, they stay busy because one focuses almost completely on inspecting all the school buildings, which is a job unto itself. Another one on compliance and recognition issues, another one on bus training and the other stuff that comes up in the office. So that's how we've been operating. They're coming to the point, though, that they're ready to also be done. So it's my intention, effective July 1st, to name Mandy Horn, who's here. Mandy Horn, the position, she's been with the ROE for about 17 years, originally helping run the after-school program that we had. Since then, she's taken on about any responsibility I've asked, including teacher licensure, which is not a job that even the state knows how to answer questions from day to day. A complicated system. I could ask you, if you had went to college, you could ask me, what can I teach with what I have? Well, it depends on when you graduate, when you get your certificate, what hours, all that kind of stuff. So she's handled that for us. The last couple of years, she's managed one of our major 24 county grants. So positioned well. She has her administrative endorsement and has a good handle on what goes on, which is what I need to help. I'll go forward from July 1st without, but want to make sure I got her introduced while we were out and about. She's been down quite a bit and even trying to work through all the licensure issues that we have. And it's that time of year to renew right now, and we're awfully busy taking those phone calls. So, anyway, that's all I have. We did get a little bit of money last week for some of the categorical things like vocational and regional safe school and some of the state things. I think the school districts also got some of their mandated categoricals like transportation. Not a lot of it, but some of it. So that's where we sit.
Thank you.
Thank
Good
you.
deal.
See you next time.
Nice to meet you.
Y'all be careful.
Can we make a suggestion and in the future just send Mandy instead of?
Yeah.